Hello everyone. Now we are going to discuss about distance vector routing. First, let's see what's distance vector routing. So at each step in the router, we are getting the routing table from the neighbors, and then we'll compute the distance to neighbors, and then we'll compute the new routing table. Router transmits its distance vector to each of its neighbors. Each router receives and saves the most recently received distance vector from each of its neighbors. A router recalculates its distance vector when it receives a distance vector from the neighbor containing a different information than before. It discovers that a link to the neighbor has gone down. This distance vector calculation is based on minimizing the cost to each destination. The distance vector routing algorithm, sometimes called by other names the distributed Bellman-Ford routing algorithm and Ford-Fulkerson algorithm. Bellman-Ford algorithm for the distance vector routing. First, we need to define the distances at each node x. So we need to calculate the cost of least cost path from x to y. After that, we need to update the distances based on the neighbors' distances. So then we need to choose the minimum distance. Actually, node x maintains the cost of direct links. Also, it maintains distance vector dx. Then for each neighbors as a distance vector, we need to calculate the dv, and neighbors update their own distance vector. Dx of y minimum v of c of xv x comma v plus dv of y for each node y belongs to n. The distance vector algorithm iteratively asynchronous, each local iteration caused by local link cost chance. Distance vector update message from neighbors. Then each node notifies neighbors only when its distance vector changes. Neighbors then notify their neighbors if necessary. This is the way we calculate the distance vector. So the distance for each node has been calculated. The cost of each node has to be calculated, and that has to be updated in the table. Similarly, hop also has to be updated in the table. So we have some drawbacks of distance vector algorithm. Count to infinity problem. It reacts rapidly to good news but leisurely to bad news. Update values fast when neighbor is down but not when the neighbor is again up. Lie to neighbor about distance if routing via neighbor. The core of the problem is that when x tells y that it has a path somewhere, y has no way of knowing whether it is itself is on the path. Now, how the problem is created? It does not take bandwidth into account, take too long to coverage. It's too long to converge changes in one node to all the nodes. Solution for the same is link state routing. Thank you.